Hello everyone and welcome back to another Hard Count podcast, and today we're going to be talking about Mac Jones and why his success with the Patriots thus far proves that Tom Brady is not the GOAT like so many have come to believe. Real quick though, before we get into the video, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button as it would really mean a lot to me, so thank you guys for that. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Mac Jones. A guy in this year's draft who many people had mixed opinions on. He had a great season at Alabama, but the question was that more of a product of his incredible surroundings or of his own abilities in terms of accuracy and decision making? Well, the New England Patriots decided that his talents were worth taking a shot on as they selected him with the 15th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. And people instantly crowned him as the heir to Tom Brady's throne, Belichick's new project. And thus far, he's living up to the hype as he's came right into New England and played some great football, leading the Patriots to a 7-4 record thus far. Now in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys why his immediate success in New England further proves that Tom Brady is not the greatest player of all time. So first, let's examine Mac Jones' play in New England, and then get into why it proves that Tom Brady is not the GOAT. So, what is Mac Jones doing right in New England? What is he doing so well? Why are they having so much success? Well, really, it's everything that we expected. He's using his ability to move through his reads well, have good accuracy all over the field to the max, and using it to operate the New England offensive system very well. Mac Jones isn't creating anything special, just like we expected. He's not making anything crazy outside of the system happen. Mac Jones is just running the offense as he is told to. And because of this, the offense is running very smoothly. The New England offense has been perfect for Mac Jones as they utilize what he does well, and he does not have to do too much more than just operate the offense. So, smart, accurate, not going to create anything too special outside of the system. That's a description that I would use to describe Mac Jones. Now, this is a description that sounds awfully familiar. One that might just be used to describe another great New England quarterback, Tom Brady. Right now in the media, I'm always hearing people say things like, I'm not comparing Mac Jones to Tom Brady, but what he's doing right now in New England is very Tom Brady-esque. What? How does that make any sense? I think people are just nervous to admit what we are really seeing here. And that is Mac Jones coming into New England and doing almost exactly what Tom Brady did. The guy so many said was so one of a kind for so long, all of a sudden isn't looking so one of a kind anymore. Because I think it's time to start taking notice of what Mac Jones is doing and maybe start considering that Brady's success in New England was not as much a result of Brady as many of us have come to believe. When people talk about Brady's success in New England and why he's the GOAT, they talk about how much he won and then how he was able to do so even when he had a lack of help. Well, to me, this is where Mac Jones and New England's success on offense this year comes in. Because yes, in the Brady era, there were times where the weapons did not always appear to be there, and they were still able to have success. But we look at the Patriots this year, and I'd say the weapons don't really appear to be there now, and they're still having success with Mac Jones. Their wide receivers, Nelson Agholor, Kendrick Bourne, Jacoby Myers, they're not guys I'm jumping up and down about. And the offense is still having a lot of success. To me, this speaks volumes to how great the coaching is in New England with Josh McDaniels running the offense. The offense is able to have success without an elite receiving corps and without the quarterback creating too much outside of the system. The Patriots offense over the past 20 years has been dependent on the offensive system with the quarterback delivering on time, on target to be successful. Now, Tom Brady was a guy that could do that, and the offensive success came with it. Now the Patriots have Mac Jones, another guy who can play that role in the Patriots offense, a quarterback that can deliver the ball on time, on target. Mac Jones shows that the Patriots are and have been much more than their quarterback. They are reliant on an elite defense with a good offensive line and a quarterback that can hit the throws within the system. Yes, Tom Brady was able to do this at an elite level. And yes, Tom Brady certainly played a role in why the Patriots had so much success. But the bottom line is, the Patriots did not need Tom Brady to have success. There are other guys, like Mac Jones, that can come in and have a lot of success with the Patriots by being on time and on target and running Josh McDaniels' offense. And that is where Tom Brady being the GOAT comes in. Because being the GOAT means you are not replaceable. Nobody should be able to do what you do in your offense. If you take that player off the team, how much is the team going to suffer? The greatest player of all time is not a player that runs a system. The greatest player of all time is one that goes beyond the system. A player that is the offense, that creates the play that's not there. The player that you take off their team and they take a massive hit. You look at a guy like Aaron Rodgers. You take him off the Packers aren't just going to be able to draft some guy to fill his role. Without Aaron Rodgers, the Packers would struggle mightily. Same thing goes for the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. You take him off the Chiefs, and they're not going to be able to replace him. The Chiefs would struggle mightily without Patrick Mahomes. The greatest player of all time is not one that can be replaced. The greatest player of all time is not one who runs an offensive system. So, Mac Jones' success in New England shows that the Patriots are and have been more than their quarterback. It shows that Tom Brady was just doing a great job running a system that was built for success. It shows that Tom Brady's role was one that was replaceable. It's time for us to accept the fact that the guy who so many of us have claimed as a one-of-a-kind is just one of many great quarterbacks that have come along in the NFL. And that the title of the greatest of all time is not one that belongs to Tom Brady.